Welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning here at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's with us today. All right, with us is Brad Francis, Ninos, Jovan, Burts. We got Brian Bitler and Jay Briggs. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We got Bitler, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, just nighttime action night with the mid-sized card here from NBA and NHL. Of course, the Monday night football game night. Patriots and Bears will have a pick on, but let's get the show underway right now. Let's welcome in Brian Bitler to find him over at Pick Dogs. We're showing really good results over the past 30 days over on the site. We'll bring him in right now. Brian, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Definitely looking forward to finishing off the week strong. Yesterday was a debacle for me in the NFL, but that's how it is in gambling. You have some really super days, and then you can have some bad days. So it's just how you bounce back from them, for sure.
I was about to say that. It's all about bounce back for bettors. It's all about the bounce back, just having the confidence in yourself to follow through. Just like, guys in professional sports, you see 0 for 4s, you see 0 for 10s. At the end of the season, they get it together. It's no different in our world, right? It's
look at the Philadelphia Phillies,
Yeah.
They're a prime example of that.
Good example of that, right? Choke City, this, that. They were trying to play their way out of the playoffs, but they got in. And when they got in, said, "Hey, we were playing like we shouldn't be here, but let's win." So far, they're in the World Series against the Houston Nationals. We'll see how that rolls. Game 1 is on Friday, so long layoff here. So we'll see how they handle that. But we're going to the ice tonight. These Oilers are a very exciting team to watch. This will be a fun game to watch. Indeed, on TV. Oilers here minus 120 here against the Penguins here with the total of 6.5.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go here with the Edmonton Oilers on the money line tonight. I think this team is much better than their 2-3 record would indicate so far this season. They have come up short in big games, losing the Calgary Flames and St. Louis Blues, but they did show a lot of fight taking out the Carolina Hurricanes. Pittsburgh started off the season hot. The Penguins did 4-0-1, but I think they've played above their talent level. This line just looks like it's really begging for Pittsburgh Penguins money. And when that happens, I usually go the other way. I look for Edmonton to start exerting some home ice advantage starting tonight. I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers on the money line.
All right, so we got Brian here taking the Edmonton Oilers minus 120 here against the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Of course, looking here at Edmonton, they're looking here to bounce back. They had, they come off a home loss here to St. Louis, but they were successful against Carolina. But they've been home quite a bit here to start the season.
Yeah, and those are the games you got to take advantage of is when you're at your home and starting off with those losses to the Calgary Flames, and then a game that they should have had, I guess, against the Buffalo Sabres that they lost. You gotta win those games. So I think you're going to see Edmonton Oilers go on a little bit of a home winning streak here to make up some ground.
Yeah, I saw some of that Buffalo game. Buffalo looks like a pretty good team. They got some speed and some of the young skaters out there. Tuck or something? I think I just recalled the stick handling one of those goals. Buffalo looks like a team to look out for.
I think Rod called that one. He gave me the heads up on that Buffalo Edmonton game. So definitely thankful for having Rod around. But in this one, I think the Oilers definitely get the job done. At the minus 120 price, I think they would really like to see you on Pittsburgh, but I'm not buying it. I think the Oilers win it.
Yeah, it was Tuck. Yeah, with that really fancy goal there. Yeah, this is one of those teams that looks sharp on the ice. So Brian here to say let's bounce back Edmonton here in this one before they hit the road, because they're going to be hitting the road after this one. So they better turn this road trip into a 3-3 instead of turning into a 2-4 debacle. So he's got the Oilers here to even up this homestand minus 120 against the Penguins. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action here. We're showing good results over the last 30 days, 992 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. So if you visit Brian's handicapper page over at Pick Dogs and go down to Pick History, you can see every play on the board that is fully documented. It adds up, also showing profit last 7 days. Come up a winning day yesterday up there on the board. NFL and NBA and college football, all winning results, as well as MLB. So Brian hitting good on the big four on the leaderboards. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I'll tell you what saved me last night is my NBA and Major League Baseball. But my $15 best bet that you can get over at pickdogs.com, 47 and 25, 65%. That's over the last seven. Ooh, my math's bad. 67 or so. Anyway, you get my titanium play today. Definitely the best bet on the board for me. $15, pickdogs.com, or get my money shot 3-pack. You can get all 3 plays. And I'm across all sports tonight, NHL, NBA, and the NFL tonight. So make sure you pick up that 3-pack for just $50. Guaranteed to show a profit, or you get a credit return.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. Great results here. 992 units of profit last 3 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs, showing good results here on all the major sports as well. When you scroll down to his handicapper page, up there right now is his titanium wager at $15 from the NBA. It is credit guarantee, which means it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That's credit guarantee. As Brian was saying, a lot of individual plays up there, but keep an eye on that Monday money shot as he looks to come on board here, as you get his 3 best bets here tonight across the board here. So get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs with his 3 best bets on that card, as well as we said, the individual plays, credit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount is credited back in your account. But here we are on a Monday. Of course, you know, Monday is always a good time to get on board with that 7-day all sports pass. We get all of Brian's premium plays for 7 days. Includes all his the baseball here. Friday, Saturday will be the baseball, as they have an off day on. It'll be a travel day Sunday, so you get 2 days of baseball with him with the World Series, as well. Well, he might have that game 3 late if he puts it in Monday, so you probably will also have 3 days there of baseball, as well as you get Brian's NBA here for 7 days, NFL and college football. Lots of action here from Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with that 7-day all sports pass. Give him a sample there. Get a full week of coverage, so you get all the coverage across all the sports here. A great time right now. Of course, we have all these sports overlapping. You got your hockey, you got your NBA, NFL, college football, World Series, NBA, a lot of sports overlapping. That 7-day pass, a great value. Use a promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. Right, Brian, it's always good having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again on Friday.
Make sure you have a tremendous week. I'll see you on Friday. And remember, I think I'm going to go with Bryce Harper, World Series MVP. You heard it here first. That's my future play.
There's your future play.
Harper, World Series MVP. Yep.
Bryce Harper, World Series MVP. He's on fire here. He's the type of player that will get those votes because of his high profile. That also helps in the cause. And of course, if they win, they'll need his help, because it's going to be, they'll have to hit those Astros pitchers, and they're a hot team right now.
That's
all right,
my
Brian.
homer play.
Their homer play. Your homer play. But listen, he was anti-Phillies. He was calling, as we were getting towards the end of the season, he was calling the chokers.
Yeah, I was anti-Philly. I'm not afraid to go against the Phillies, that's for sure.
No. That's right. You got to. All right.
But I
Brian,
hate Verlander. All right, I'll catch you later. I better go.
Hey, bro, he's already throwing some shots here at Verlander already, so we'll see how that.
Verlander, he's a pain in my butt. Yep.
Oh gosh, yeah, kind of tough. Yeah, I can see that. Because he's always just big chalk, and he wins sometimes at the chalk. So we'll see what happens in this one. All right, Brian here on the drive through. All right, let's continue on with the coverage, guys. Next up is Jay Briggs. If I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium, I hope you guys are catching Jay's jams with his NBA video series up there, because man, he is hitting the leaderboards hard here in the NBA, having fantastic work right now in the National Basketball Association. Let's bring in Jay right now. Jay, what's happening? What's hooping?
What's going on? What's hooping, man?
What's hooping, buddy? All right, Jay's hooping. That's who's hooping. All right, here we go tonight at 8 Eastern time. I might have got a good name for a show. What's hooping? Here we go. Bulls here to host the Celtics. The Celtics are laying 6 on the road, total 225.5.
Yeah, me and Tony T finna start a new show on the channel. What's hooping? But here in this one, man, we got the Boston Celtics laying 6 on the Chicago Bulls. And I'm on Chicago in this one. I know they've dropped their last 2, and they got blown out in their last one against the Cleveland Cavaliers on their home floor. That was their home opener. I think they want to avenge that home opener. I think they bounce back here tonight. What they lose by in that game? 33, 32? They lost pretty bad. They got a good Celtics team coming in the building. Zach LaVine's first game was last game. DeMar DeRozan only had 13 points, so it just wasn't a good game for Chicago all around last week. I think this is a great bounce-back spot for them here today. With the defending Eastern Conference champions coming in to town, you know they're going to be up for this game. This is a great measuring stick for where they really are here at the beginning of the season. And Boston has looked good to begin their season, man, but they're not going to go undefeated this year. And they're damn sure not going undefeated against the spread. And I think this is a good spot to fade Boston. I think we see a woke-up Chicago team, and I think this might be one of the best games of the night. I think we got a wire game here, and I think the Bulls keep it close. So I would love them 6 points in my pocket. Give me Chicago here tonight.
Yeah, Chicago here, the home dog, getting 6 here against the South. And this line is, you're getting good value because this line opened up here. I think it was 5. It's been moving up here up to the 6-point range right now. So really good value there here on the Bulls +6. As you said, they're coming back home here. It was just a really bad everything here for Chicago in their last outing here against the Cavs. They didn't defend well, but they were ice cold from the field.
Yeah, it was just, NBA 82-game season, you have those type games. Every game's not going to be a good game. You're going to fall flat in some games, but I typically like good teams to bounce back in their following game after flat spots. And like I said, I think they're definitely going to be up for this one against Boston, the defending conference champions, at home, and you just got blown out in your home opener. Look for Chicago to respond tonight and respond in a nice way.
Yeah, and don't forget here with the Boston did not make that cover at Orlando. Only a 6-point win, and part of the reason why in that one, again, we talk about Robert Williams, and so far they've been able to kind of mask that issue there, but it hurt them in the point spread cover because they got out rebounded by 11 by the Magic.
Exactly. In the first 2 games, that was I faded Boston in their first 2 games, and that was a big reason, Robert Williams being out. But they were scoring really well in those 2 games, so defense really wasn't a factor. And they scored a lot here in the last game too. But defensively, they're just not the same team without him in there. And I think Chicago can hang around. I think we see a higher scoring in this one too. I think it's going to be a lot of guys in this game that can get a bucket. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. I think we see some higher scoring. I think we see a tight one down to the wire. So.
All right, we got Jay here on the Bulls +6 against the Celtics. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin. We're hitting the boards here hard in the NBA. 785 units of profit from the NBA in this young season. That is absolutely great work. Jay, we do have a good board here tonight from the NBA as well as that NFL Monday Night Football. A little bit of hockey as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. Tonight, Tony, I have just one play up there. This wasn't my favorite card, NFL or NBA. I didn't really love the NFL game tonight. And NBA, I think there's a lot of traps in here tonight. So I just have one play up there for y'all, my $15 NBA Jam Session play. Y'all guys can go hop on that, man. We're 12-4 overall right now in the NBA. We've hit our last 5 plays straight up. And we've hit 5 days in a row my $15 NBA Jam Session. So we're going for 6 in a row here tonight. And I really like our chances in this game, man. So go hop on that, man. Let's continue to pick up some units here in the NBA. We still got a long NFL season, man. We're positive in the NFL right now as well. So we're heating up at the right time of year, man. Just when all the sports are here, we're heating up. I absolutely love this time of year, man. So this is the best time while I'm hot, man. Go hop on a 7-day, a 3-day, a 30-day. It's going to pay for itself, man. I promise you. Go hop on a long-term package. Pair me up 2-for-1 capper special with other hot guys. Just go check out the leaderboards or the hottest cappers, and you'll find all the information you need to know. A lot of guys are hot right now, so 2-for-1, the best way to go. I'll be on halftime tonight with Mitch in this Patriots-Bears game, so catch me there. And every day, catch my NBA Jam Session video. I go through the entire NBA slate. Y'all see the units up there, man. And we've been doing well in the video series, too. So you can't go wrong, man, especially before you put your bets in. My videos are like 12 minutes every day. So 12 minutes to make you some money sounds like a great trade-off for me. So let's keep doing it.
Let's do it. Full card in 12 minutes. You can't beat that, guys. Get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. NBA Jam Session is $15 premium. Is his featured play today. Is only play going on today on today's card. So get on board with that. Of course, it is credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account as site credits. That's credit guarantee. So get on board right now with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he's been on fire right now over there. But again, here we are on a Monday, so you may consider the longer term passes with Jay. He does have a weekly all sports pass, 7-day pass to try him out, get all of his premium plays for 7 days, include all his NBA premiums for 7 days, as well as NFL, college football, as well as the World Series, the first few games from the World Series as we get this one started on Friday. So get on board with that 7-day all sports pass. You could use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll be able to take 15% off your purchase in the second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion on long-term pass. Even greater value there. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll check out the NBA Jam session, your video series every day over at Pick Dog's channel here from the NBA as you get picks on the breakdown of the full card NBA with picks, as well as halftime tonight on that NFL Monday night game between the Bears and Patriots. Around the 2-minute warning time, just head on over to Pick Dogs, click the thumbnail, and there'll be some sort of countdown clock there. And then once they're live, you're live with them and get those halftime plays from both Mitch and Jay in that game. All right, Jay, keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow, man. Let's make some money tonight.
Indeed, make some money. Jay Briggs here on the drive. So let's continue on. Seen a lot of people sign in. A reminder, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. Lots of NBA tonight and the NFL Monday Night Football game. And speaking of NFL Monday Night Football game, we got it right now with Brad Francis. We find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring him in right now. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony? How we doing?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go tonight, 8:15 Eastern Time. Patriots here hosting the Bears. Patriots been moving around a little bit from 9 to 8.5. We saw an 8. Now it's at 8.5. The total sits here at 40.
Yeah, I'm looking at the total here. Now I'm going to roll with this under. We can start off with the Bears. It's been another season where this team just can't produce offense at an efficient rate. They're only averaging 15.5 points a game, which is the second to last in the league. On the other hand, their defense is solid, only allowing 19.7 points per game. New England, they've also been playing very good defense this season, only allowing 18.8 points per game. So both these defenses are hot right now. They both play super sturdy. They don't let a lot of things go deep. So I like this defensive matchup here. And last week, the Patriots, they only allowed the Browns 15 points. And the week before that, they shut out the Lions. So I like that a lot there. Both these teams, they play a style where they like to run the ball to hopefully open up the passing game. So I expect a run-heavy approach for both teams, which of course runs the clock down and limits possessions. The under in primetime games this season is 14-7 as well, which is pretty wild. So I see a 21-17 type game. So give me the under here.
All right, we got Brad here on the Patriots and Bears under total of 40. And here's the latest here on the Mac Jones situation. It was reported that Garrett Gilbert has not been elevated from the practice squad, so it looks like Jones will be in uniform. But there's still some question marks on whether or not how much he'll play, because the really good New England beat reporter Reese, if you've seen him on the major networks and on Twitter, the guy is the best one out there. You get great stuff from him on Twitter, and as well as on the networks. He's always on TV because the guy, just put it to you this way, he works harder than any of the beat writers anywhere. He says you cannot dismiss the possibility of Zappe getting snaps. So in either case, Jones will be available in uniform tonight.
Yeah, for me, when it comes to the under, Zappe and Jones, they're both system quarterbacks in my opinion. I think this Patriots team is ran very systematically rather than the quarterbacks getting the green light to just throw the ball all around. So whoever starts, I still like the under no matter what.
All right, he's cool with it. Bears, Patriots, under total of 40. This one to have a start time of 8:15 Eastern Time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight. Good start to the NFL season. And, of course, speaking of NFL, we do have that game up on the board tonight, as well as several from the NBA and NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, so I got 2 plays on the site right now. I got my 5-star NFL Premium pick. It's my favorite play in tonight's Monday night game. That one's going for $15, and then I got my favorite NBA play on there as well. So 2 plays on there, money back guaranteed. That's
right, guys. Get on board here with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. Premium has his $15 special up there. Premium pick, 5-star Monday Night Football. Get on board with that credit guarantee, as well as an NBA premium here, as well as credit guarantee. Of course, that means if these plays must win, if they don't win, and then the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for site credits, that's credit guarantee. As we talked about, the long-term passes will serve you well. Of course, Brad has a 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. If you get any of his premium plays for that period of time, you select when you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase, you'll get that 7-day all sports pass. If you make that purchase there with that weekly all-in, of course, you can save 15% off that when you use promo code 15 off at checkout. Of course, it will be all of Brad's plays for 7 days: NFL, college football, the NBA and NHL, as well as the baseball playoffs. Of course, the World Series will be offered there. The first 2 games of the World Series in that 7 days, the Friday and Saturday game. Sunday is a travel day, I should say. But so get on board there with Brad with that 7-day pass, and you could add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Brad, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll talk again with you on Friday. But I know on UFC weekends, you and Mills put together a show on Pick Dogs.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got another UFC card this week. Last week's card was fun. But yeah, me and Mills will be back with another show this Saturday after the morning show.
There you go. So check it out after the morning show. So the morning show starts at 10 a.m. Eastern time. When they finish, Brad and Mills hits the airwaves here with their MMA picks for that UFC card. All right, Brad, keep it up, and we'll talk with you again next week.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive to Let's continue our coverage. Guys, you didn't miss any of our picks, and a lot more people sign in. We will do a complete recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive to. Up next, Jovan Burts, who's been on absolute fire over at Pick Dogs. You've seen him up top of the leaderboards. He's taken residence up there. Long-term residence is, in fact, from Jovan Burts. Bring him in right now. How you doing, Jovan?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 8 Eastern time. Timberwolves at home here hosting the Spurs with the Timberwolves laying 8.5, total 234.5.
Yeah, man, I'm on the Spurs. You look at this let's put it this way. The Timberwolves were getting a lot of press clippings, about taking that next step in the association. And I just don't see it. They just have some guys on there who are soft. Anthony Edwards, he's not soft, but the big cat, Karl Anthony Towns, he's soft, man. So I say that to say this. They're going up against, and Rudy Gobert, that's a whole nother story. No offense at all, really. He scored 23 points in his first game. I'll give him that, though, because you don't see that from him. But, you're going up against a coach Popovich's team. They did get slaughtered their first game, but what have they done in the next two? They've done their job. Covered spreads. They beat the Sixers in their last game handedly at that, about 11 points. So I see this here's the thing, until the Timberwolves can show me that they could beat up teams like this, like the Spurs, because the talent is no comparison. Until then, I'm fading them. It's as simple as that, really. So going up against the Spurs team, who they're gonna distribute the ball. No one has a big ego to take 20 to 30 shots and get per game. You got Keldon Johnson, Vassell, Pirtle, guys like that. Primo, they're all McDermott. They're all gonna get their touches. So they're all unselfish. It's really open man takes a shot. And I like that, as far as, with this point spread, I believe it's going to stay within the total. Stay within the number, by the final buzzer.
All right, we got Jovan here on the Spurs plus 8.5 here against the Timberwolves. Yeah, if you go back and look at the box score, it's a long list of contributors, players playing 10 minutes, almost like three teams out there, the first, second, and third team there for the Spurs. They're getting a lot of experience, and of course, if you're trying to work your way up into the rotation, which I kind of see what he's doing here, he's trying to see who's going to be in this top rotation by the time we get to the first of the year. And what that means is a lot of hustle, right? You're going to get a lot of hustle from these guys. And sometimes you catch these NBA guys on, off nights. And sometimes it's that hustle that really makes a difference here, especially early in the season with these young teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Coupled with the fact that the Timberwolves coming off an overtime game. I believe, what was it, yesterday?
Yesterday,
high scoring. It might have been high scoring game. Second hour back to back. Even early in this season, where they should have fresh legs, having to travel, back home, first game back, so to me, it all aligns to take the Spurs, and I can't lay it with the Timberwolves. Not at this point. They're not that team. They're not that team to at least in the early going, they're not that team to just run through teams. A team of this caliber.
Yeah, the first actually 3 games in the season here, we're looking at the efficiency ratings. We're seeing San Antonio sitting here. At last check, they were like 9th here in offensive efficiency of the year. So they're getting the scoring production this year. 114 points per 100 possessions, a rating of minus 3.3 because they're giving up some. But that offensive production looks pretty good there for me. Actually, it's better than what the Timberwolves are producing right now.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, the proof's in the pudding. If you look close enough, so that's where I'm at with it.
Yep, and we've seen the markets agreeing with you from an opener of 10 overnight to 8.5 here.
Right.
Spurs plus 8.5 here against the Timberwolves. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Prim. As I said, he's taking up residence atop the leaderboard. Long-term lease, it looks like 2,078 units of profit here for 2022. All documented over at Pick Dog, showing great profit the last 30 days. The last 24 hours, as well as great results here in the NFL and college football, combining for over 3,000 units of profit when you add up the numbers in the NFL and college football together. So it's been Jovan's been on absolute fire atop of the leaderboards. It's been for some time right now. He said he's got a lot of long-term lease on the leaderboards. All right, Jovan, what do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get this money with my money bag Monday mayhem play. Monday Night Football, only show in town for the NFL, and I got the winning play on there, I believe, at least, so there's that, and I also got a three-pack in the NBA, 3 games that I think should hit the book hard, so, over the weekend, did what I did on Saturday, with college football and the NBA, ran it up on the books, and then, it was a battle yesterday. I started off real slow, and then picked it up and ended up breaking even. Basically, just got juiced. Some days it's gonna be like that. You could be riding high. Next day, not so much. But as long as you battle, keep it going. Work. Put the work in. Trust me, it's gonna happen. It's gonna pay dividends, and it's been paying dividends for me for a while now. So, check me out. My 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day. My yearly, the season passes. Really, man, you're dealing with me. You can't go wrong here, man. Match me on one of the other handicappers, because there's a lot of us doing well on the website. Sports Chat Place and Pick Dog. Let's get it.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with John Burts over at Pick Dog. It's been great results here. 2,078 units of profit for 2022 documents showing great results. I said nearly combined 3,000 units of profit in NFL and college football combined. He's been on fire. So get on board here with Jovan Burts. Play up here from Moneybag Monday Night Football Mayhem, a one-day pass up there from the NFL. Get on board with that. Also, he's Jovan in action with a 3-pack here from the NBA as well. Of course, these two individual packages are sold as credit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. That is credit guarantee. But the way Jovan has been running, you might consider here a very long-term pass. You can get a 3-day, a 1-month all sports pass where you get all of Jovan's premium plays here for a month. But if football is your thing, Jovan has that Pigskin Gold NFL and college football season pass up there. Get all of Jovan's NFL and college football for the remainder of the season, including postseason, the playoff, the bowl games, all included here for that one price over there at Pick Dogs. We're going to save you about we'll save you here off the price. $120 off right now when you use the promo code 15 off at checkout. And that will save $120 off that price for Jovan's Pigskin Gold NFL and college football season pass. Go to Jovan's page, scroll all the way to the bottom left. That's the last package up there. So get on board with it right now. Jovan has been red hot here in these two sports, combining for over 3,000 units of profit in the NFL and college football for this season. So get on board with the remainder of the football season from Jovan and get signed up. All right, Jovan, as always, great having your show. We'll have you back here on Friday, but we can catch you over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel with that daily parlay video of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And 2 out of the last 3 days, I've hit. So, there's that. I get reminded in the comments, people, I get word, because I don't really look at the comments myself, but I get word, back or the feedback and all that from other people. So, the feedback's been positive. Of course, the feedback's going to be positive when you hit. So I hit on Friday, hit yesterday with the NFL parlay. So, just trying to give the people what they want, which is winners. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happens. If this is, put it this way, if you've been dealing with my parlays, the free plays, you're on the plus side. So that's just what it is. What it is. You know what I mean? So just trying to keep it going for the people.
That's right. Doing it for the people, winning money here. And you can see the results for itself. Documented premium plays have been on absolute fire. The free plays, the parlays. So check them out over at Pick Dogs. And of course, guys, make sure you want to make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications. So when Jovan's parlay video drops, you'll be first one to get it, and you get the best numbers as well. All right, Jovan, keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night, win, and see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday here. Jovan Burts here on the drive. Let's continue our coverage. And a lot of people sign in. If you miss any of our picks, we will do a recap here at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We do have a pick from the Monday Night Football game coming up on the recap, so stay tuned. Let's continue on here. A lot of NBA here on the board tonight, so let's go ahead and welcome in El Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. There's a great work up there. If you looked at the leaderboards here the past 7 days, bring El Ninos in right now. You also can catch him on the weekend shows as well, on the morning shows with Mitch and company. So let's bring El in right now. El Ninos, what's happening?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing, huh?
Doing all right, El Ninos. Let's see. You shared a pick here with Jay, so we're gonna go with your original play with your gut. We're gonna go with your gut. Although we got a interesting one here. We do have in this one. We have the Nuggets here on the road facing the Trailblazers. The late game. The Nuggets are the 5-point favorite in this one. We'll get that graphic fixed in a little bit. And the total sits here at 225.5.
Thought we were looking at an alternate line for a second there, Tony. Which, the way the Blazers have been playing could just come through. But, tougher matchup today than they had in their last one when they managed to pull the upset off against the Lakers. I think the Nuggets, of course, are a much better team than the Lakers have been lately. But that being said, the Blazers still a very good team themselves. I think they've been a little underrated coming into the season, and I think we've got some value with them. Team I've backed a couple times already, and I will be on them again tonight. I think, as I said, tougher matchup tonight. Nuggets are a very good team with some very good players. Probably the best center in the league in Nikola Jokic, and great point guard in Jamal Murray. But if it were up to me, I would definitely go with Damian Lillard over Murray. And well, he's got some help this year, and it's not like he's never had help before, but he's got some people some players that have been playing hard this year, and I think we get another full effort out of them. And I like these guys. Jeremy Grant's a baller. Nurkic, I think, can match up well with Jokic if he plays hard. Obviously, not an easy guy to defend Jokic, but I think he can do some things against him there. And then if these close games too, when they come down the wire, that -2 might come through with Dame time, So that might be another look for if you're feeling that lucky. But I'm taking the points here with the Blazers. I think I feel much safer there in the game that I think does come pretty close. Although I know I see the trends. I see the Nuggets have been blowing the Blazers out, been covering a lot against them. But, I think it's only a matter of time before all those trends even themselves out. And I think tonight's a good night to start, especially the way the Blazers have been playing.
Yeah, and when you look at people thought that the Portland Trailblazers may be a team that was tanking, but when you look at their lineup, you say, well, it's not so bad. Jeremy Grant was a really good fit there in Detroit, scoring-wise. He was a scorer up there. Don't kid yourself with that player. Josh Hart can put it in the board. Simons, and of course Lillard out there. Of course, Lillard is almost like a coach. He's kind of like a Chris Paul, sort of a coach on the court, meaning that he'll make the players better around him. Although it was hard to do in Portland because they've had so many, the benches have been so bad over the years with Portland, and of course with Denver, Jamal Murray is someone you got to keep an eye on. That's he's healthy, but I think they're very cautious with his approach. He played just 25 minutes. In the opener, they sat him down. It seemed to me that it was a more functioning Denver Nugget team without Murray on the court. And I say this only for this reason. Murray's missed so much basketball that he does look to have some conditioning issues there on the court.
Well, if you look at it that way, potentially, yes. Of course, I would rather get whatever I can get from Murray than not have him play at all. But I think the thing you mentioned that's more relevant here is the depth of the Blazers. I've mentioned Lillard having help before. CJ McCollum is a great teammate to have, but he doesn't have that Robin to his Batman anymore, I guess. I think McCollum is probably the second best player that would be on this roster if he still was on here. But again, I think they're a much deeper and more balanced team now, so it should be an interesting season for them, and I think they can keep a lot of games competitive. And if I'm getting this many points with them, it's definitely a team I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, we've seen them. Winslow, the question mark there, I think he's contributed about 7 points a game now. I see him as one of those questionable statuses. Not in red. I've got him in a gray spot here, so I think may be questionable. We'll see how he rolls here. Denver, then Gillespie, they're pretty much healthy. And remember with Denver, they're really deep. If you look at their guards, this kid Braun, he's like the third string. This guy, he could put up some numbers in their last game. I've seen him in the preseason. That Braun is a rookie that keep an eye on him. He's not going to get the minutes Banchero is going to get, because there's just Ish Smith is ahead of him. In the depth chart, but they are really loaded at guard play, and this is going to be interesting how it all plays out. And Chris Braun out of Kansas, he looked really good in the last game, looked great in the preseason. He's someone to keep an eye on. So this Denver Nugget team really stacked at the guard position. Ninos is going to take the home dog here with Portland +5. Again, they have kind of fooled people out there. They thought, hey, they got rid of McCollum, this is a tanking team, but then when you look at the roster, you see Grant, Hart, Nurkic, Simons, okay, not so much, not so quick. They've got some players there. So Ninos here on the Blazers +5 against the Nuggets. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for nice action. As you said, he's been lighting up the board here. 989 units of profit the last 30 days. That is all documented, showing profit of 543 units over the past 7 days. All right, we got the Monday Night Football game. A pretty good card here from the NBA as well as hockey up there. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a 3-pack today, just one play in each sport, so I'll put them all together in a 3-pack. Definitely already looking at some games I like tomorrow, so I might have more than 3 plays then. But maybe could have added a couple plays. There's a couple plays on the recap, actually. I think a couple plays that you've seen on the show today could have very easily made this premium. So I'll be definitely looking forward to that recap as well. But yeah, just 3 premiums. You can get them separately or in that 3-pack, or get a long-term pass and still get a better deal that way.
That's right, guys. Get on board with the Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium, showing good results here over the last 30 days. 989 units of profit. Great over the last 7 days as well. 530 units. He's back up here with his alpha bets. He's got his NFL, NBA, and NHL best bet put together in one package here at $45. Credit guarantee, must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Of course, many plays here sold individually from many of those plays from that Alphabets package sold individually. So check it out there. Of course, Ninos, you may consider the long-term pass with Al. Here we are on a Monday. You may consider that 7-day All Sports Pass to get all of Al's premium plays for 7 days, include all of his NBA, all his NHL. Remember, he was the top unit producer last year in the NHL. NFL, college football, the World Series. Covered the first 2 games of the World Series with that 7-day All Sports Pass as it begins here on Friday. And of course, you got covered with the major sports here with Ninos with that 7-day pass, NFL, college football. Remember, we have NFL here on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. So that will cover you 3 days of NFL, all the midweek action from college football, and that big card on Saturday. So great value right now with these 7-day All Sports Passes. With the All Sports Pass right now, with all these sports overlapping, it's a tremendous value. So a good time to get on board with Ninos. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. And you can also add a second capper. A lot of great cappers here at Pick Dogs. Add a second one with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk with you a little bit here on the recap.
All right, see you in a minute, Tom.
We got El Ninos here on the drive through, right? People, guys out there, we're seeing a lot of people sign in. If you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. We will have a pick from the Monday Night Football game during the recap, and NBA. And for your hockey people, we do have a hockey pick in there as well, but a lot of NBA. Another one coming up here. So let's continue on here on the drive through. It is time for my play. So let's get my game card up there for you right now. We're going to look at this Grizzlies and Nets game. The Grizzlies holding steady, -1 total, 234. I'm going to be going here on the Nets. I'm sorry, not the Nets. I'm taking the Grizzlies here. Grizzlies here at -1 against the Nets. Before I said that, I wanted to say that I was going to fade the Nets, and I know I got my words tangled there. But we know that Curry and Warren are out here for the Nets. Green, Jackson, Williams out for the Grizzlies. We know Brooks has been questionable here, and that still shows to be the case. Although you can add T.J. Warren to the out list here. Still out, T.J. Warren. And Morris and Warren were bench contributors. So was Curry. So there's a lot of depth missing here on this lineup tonight. So a lot's going to be asked of this starting 5 for Brooklyn. And again, Irving and Durant, we'll see if they can travel here in this spot got the win here against Toronto in that good shooting night. But again, I think you're looking here at a poor shooting night from the Grizzlies. In their last game, they were blown out. It was a back-to-back spot there when you look at how they perform. But, the one thing that concerns me more of anything is the Brooklyn Nets defense. That's the thing that concerns me. They're giving up, they're 28th in defensive efficiency, giving up 119 points per 100 possessions. And we know we had that really bad game from the Grizzlies on our back-to-back, so that's kind of skewing the numbers a little bit. So I'll be looking here in this one, I'll be laying the point here with Memphis -1 against the Nets. All right, this one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time. All right, you guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I've got my I've got my best bet up there on the board from the NFL as well as 2 NBA plays, but you can get them all together bundled in a 3-pack up there. So my 3-pack is up there. My $15 premium play as well is from the Monday Night Football game, but if you get my 3-pack, that's also included in that. So don't buy them both, just buy one or the other, preferably the 3-pack. You get all 3 plays there. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll be able to save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with my 2-for-1 cap promotion. On my long-term pass, we have the 3, 7, and $30 sports pass. Add them up, come off a pretty good football weekend, NFL and college football. Looking to continue the roll here over at Pick Dog, so get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. We're getting a lot of people signing in now. It is time to recap the plays. Ninos will join me. All right, we got to start here with Brian. Brian liked the Edmonton Oilers -120 against Pittsburgh Penguins. Jay was on the Bulls +6 against the Celtics. Brad was on the Bears Patriots under 40. Jovan liked the Spurs +8.5 against the Timberwolves. Ninos was on the Trailblazers +5 against the Nuggets. Yours truly, Grizzlies -1 against the Nets. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, you already mentioned me trying to go for that Bulls pick. I know I was trying to switch my pick, but Jay just beat me to it. So I like that one. But another one you weren't aware of, the one I was actually originally trying to go with today, but Jovan got me way ahead of me, and I think Spurs +8.5 has a ton of value to it.
Yeah, that one has a lot of value with that one. That one I would agree there with the Jovan's play there. Jovan's been red hot, but yeah, I like that Spurs game as well. As they're going pretty deep in their rotation. They're facing a Timberwolves team who will have a fresh lineup in front of them. Whether as the Spurs continue to rotate players in and out. So that's what when you go back to Popovich back in the day. He would do that a lot before New Year's until this is before he had the real championship teams. He would always rotate players. It would just drive you nuts. He would rotate players in and out. Just go with the fresh guys and who's going to work, who's going to not work together to figure out his rotation come January 1st. So you're going to see that when you go and look at the box scores. You're going to see tons of players on that are playing like 15 minutes or more, and not too many players hitting the 30-minute mark. And we'll see who produces the scoring like they did. It's kind of a team effort, kind of using the fresh factor, have fresh bodies on the court as much as possible here, and you'll have some good results. So that's how we're looking at it. Look for the hustle from the Spurs to cover this one. Agree with Jovan. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again. Go ahead, Ninos, go ahead.
Real quick, Tony. Do you think Popovich would have kicked that field goal last night if he was Mike McDaniel? I think he would have kicked it.
It might have.
Maybe he can learn something from Popovich. I don't know.
Maybe he could. Exactly. They could probably learn something from there. That one, I could see some of you guys got the -9, missed the 7, right? Needed the 7, Ninos?
I needed a 7.
You needed a 7. Oh my goodness.
It was just not just the coaching, but yeah, it looked like some of those receivers at times were just trying to bat the balls down so they catch them as well. But yeah, no, the decision was ridiculous. I think it's one thing to gamble when you're going with the analytics, or the stats, but when you're going against them gambling, I don't know. Yeah, I think there's some people that might have lost their jobs over that kind of decision.
Two possession games, man. Sometimes you got to be careful for the crowd out there that can get you. You get in trouble. There's too much heat. Sometimes you just get the points on the board. That kind of solves the problem, right? Where you can have a little bit more stability at the coaching spot and help your cause more. But then you get too many people barking at you that didn't cover and it hurts you. But anyway,
it's not even about covering at this point. It's about coaching and winning a game. It's like you go up 2 possessions, and instead, you try and give your opponent a chance to win the game. They deserve to lose, I think, for that decision. But they almost did, and it would have been a much bigger deal if they had. But anyways, still a big deal to us.
Yeah, still a big deal. But I know you live in Tampa Bay, so it kind of takes your mind off the Buccaneers for a while, right?
I'm not a Bucs fan myself, but
I know you're Raiders. Ninos is Raider. He was originally a transplant to Florida. He was the first.
Switch teams easy.
No, he was one of the first. He was on one of the first ones on the bandwagon from California to Florida. He was the first. Now everyone's joined him.
That wasn't my decision. I mean, yes, it was, but I did for personal reasons.
Yeah, I know that. That's the safe taxes. That's the safe tax dollars.
No,
there you go.
right.
All right, well, Al Ninos was one of the first to get out, make the move. All right, Al, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. Still give out plays here for the Tuesday games from the NBA and NHL. So make sure you guys tune in, like, subscribe, set notifications. Give us those thumbs up, those likes, because it really helps us build up our audience when you do that with those likes and thumbs up. So let's see, we've got a lot of, yes, there we go. Mitch says smash the like button at 320. So smash the like button, guys. Help us build up our audience. Appreciate that. We'll be back again tomorrow on the Drive Thru. Remember all that what's happening tonight. Make sure you guys have your phones ready. Be logged into the Pick Dogs YouTube channel around halftime of this game. Well, I'm going to say probably about, what's the first half's an hour and 15, hour and a half. So maybe about, let's see, Eastern time, 8:15, probably about 9:30 Eastern time. Just have your phones ready and be on the YouTube channel with the Pick Dogs. And if you see Mitch with the little thumbnail for the halftime show, just click it. Just click the thumbnail. When they go live, it'll automatically bring them in. That's the best thing to do. And then you'll get the halftime show with Mitch and Jay tonight from tonight's Monday Night Football game. And, of course, lots happening over at Pick Dogs. The morning show, remember, at 10 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch. Got Rod and Chris. And, of course, don't forget the daily content coming up here on Tuesday morning. You got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. You have also Jay's Jam Session, a complete rundown from the NBA with picks on every game on the board. Also, you got the Puck Dogs here with Chris and Rod Zawacki with the hockey picks. And, of course, you got Jovan's parlay video. So check that out over on Pick Dogs. Lots going on. Make sure to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. That's going to do it for the show tonight. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. And we're going to go ahead and wave goodbye, guys.